This week, the AI world shook. Not in Silicon Valley, not in London, but in Beijing. China just dropped not one, but 2 trillion parameter AI models, and the shockwave is already reaching every corner of the industry. These arenas trade sacks of they are, experiment sacks of they whoa, tested and already outperforming some of the West advanced systems. Stay with me, because at the end of this video, I'll show you how these trillion parameter giants could reshape the future of AI and why you should care whether you're a developer, a business leader, or just an everyday user. The shockwave across AI. For months, headlines revolved around GPT-5, Claude 4, and Microsoft's breakthroughs. But then, out of Beijing came a surprise. Alibaba RAAA's Qwen 3 Max, with a trillion parameters and a jaw-dropping 262,000 token context window, landed on Hugging Face. It didn't need Drex creep onto the trending listen. It exploded to the top. And it wasn't just hype. On benchmarks like AIME25, Arena Hard B2, and Super GPQA, Qwen 3 Max outperformed Claude and Gemini, even holding its ground against GPT-5. Developers testing it live in coding tasks reported lightning-fast responses, even with massive prompts. Imagine debugging an entire codebase, or analyzing a 700-page contract and the AI keeps up without breaking a sweat. A double strike. Moonshot AI. Alibaba was the only player. The very same week, Moonshot AI, a startup valued at over $3.3 billion, unveiled its Kimi series. Unlike many closed systems, Moonshot is leaning toward open source, aiming to make frontier AI accessible far beyond elite labs. This wasn't a coincidence. 2 trillion parameter launches in 1 week was a strategic move, a loud signal that China isn't just catching up, it is sprinting ahead. And the proof is in the adoption. Researchers, journalists, and AI communities on X and Hugging Face have been stress testing both models. The consensus? These systems aren't just big amazing. They're practical, fast, and usable right now. Why this moment matters. For years, critics claimed scaling had limits. Bigger models would become too slow, too expensive, too bloated to matter. But China's trillion parameter releases proved the opposite. Scaling still works, and ITA is opening doors that smaller models can. Think about the possibilities. Businesses could run analytics on massive datasets at a fraction of today's costs. Developers could feed entire projects into a single prompt, getting coherent reasoning back. Creators could produce videos, apps, or research summaries that once needed entire teams. And here's the kicker. While Western companies lock frontier AI behind expensive APIs, China is positioning trillion parameter models as infrastructure for everyone. The bigger strategy behind the technology is geopolitics. China's 5-year plans have consistently prioritized AI, and open sourcing these colossal models is a calculated move. By pushing them into global communities, they accelerate adoption, influence research, and challenge Western dominance. Meanwhile, the US and Europe debate regulation, safety, and monetization strategies. The contrast is stark. China races forward with trillion parameter open models, while Western firms tighten access to premium services. The question now isn't whether these models are powerful, it is which ecosystem will shape the AI future. The AI race is no longer just about who builds the smartest chatbot, it is about who defines the intelligence infrastructure of the future. With trillion parameter models already in the wild, the rules have changed. And here is the truth. If you don't stay updated, you will wake up one day using apps, tools, or platforms quietly powered by China's trillion parameter giants without even realizing it. So, subscribe to Bon AI Global today. In the next videos, I'll bring you live tests, side-by-side comparisons, and deep analysis that reveal how Qwen 3 Max and Moonshot's Kimi stack up against GPT-5 and Claudio, not in theory, but in real-world action. The AI future isn't after waiting, and neither should you.